First of all, my first question, of course, is why would you even learn a different language? Very good question. It's a very big question that can contain a lot of sorts of answers. But here are some of the things that learners said. Traveling, family, friends, hobby, personal growth, and cultural enrichment. Traveling, I'm going to travel to a different country, but I sort of like want to know the language so that I can sort of like save myself in case people or locals can speak English very well. Family, of course, I'm from a complete Dutch family, but for example, if my mom would be Spanish and my father would be Dutch, it would be handy for me to know some Spanish as well, of course, so I can easily communicate with my mother. Friends, I have friends from all over the world. Literally all over the world. You can't imagine from where, like even from Turkmenistan, for instance. Hobby, of course, like people like to do it in their free time. Like, hey, I have nothing to do. Let's learn a new language. Personal growth. All of these things, of course, have to do with personal growth, growing as a person, and like getting connections on a deeper level with natives. And of course, cultural enrichment. Because if I learn a new language, and as I said, for example, with traveling, if I want to know more about the culture and the people don't speak English very well, it can very much help me to get in touch with their culture if I know their language. What are some of the common benefits when we look at language learning? I have 5 of them, but there are way more, of course. Cognitive improvement, so that has to do with our brain. Thinking about memory, so when I remember a grammatical rule, when I remember a sentence, I remember certain vocabulary, like, hey, that actually like helps me in my general learning. My problem solving, if I'm stuck, how am I going to fix it? How can I keep going forward in learning a language? And critical thinking, like when I'm building sentences, the sentence has to be correct, right? It is not like we was, but it's we were. And why is that? Like that's the piece of the critical. Career opportunities. Languages open doors. Trust me, there are like a ton of multinationals. For example, like China is like putting more and more companies like all over the world. So I think in like a couple of years, it is going to be sort of like necessary to know some Mandarin Chinese, if you want a better career opportunity.